welcome to the BET-IBC podcast, and I will be your host today. This is our second episode, and I would like to start this episode by thanking all of you for the amazing feedback that we received on our first episode. I mean, this is crazy because this, as I told before, this is the first gambling related podcast that has a woman as a host, and it's amazing. I'm really happy for it, and I hope you like the future episodes. So today I will be speaking about match fixing. Okay, I remember in our previous episode I told you about Asian bookmakers and that they offer a wide variety of offers and leagues. So today we will discover which leagues are the target for these match fixers. And just as a disclaimer, I want to tell you that I have nothing to do with match fixing, and we as a company, we have nothing to do with this. We are not promoting it. I just found that this topic is very interesting for our community, and I wanted to share some interesting facts I have about them. So also remember, this episode is sponsored by BET-IBC. BET-IBC is the multi-bookie platform that allows you to place high stakes on multiple bookmakers at the same time. Like literally you can bet on 8 bookmakers on the same second. Like it's crazy, and it's not because I am promoting it, but it's actually a very good tool, you know. I mean, you should try it if you are better and if you like high limits and good odds. So now let's start with our episode. So what is match fixing? Match fixing is basically when players receive money in order to play in a certain way. Okay, for example, you pay a player to lose. This is match fixing. Also, it's called match fixing when two teams or like two players agree with a certain outcome, you know. And I don't think I need to mention this, but this is illegal. Okay, this is illegal, and this is not something that the sport industry is proud of. And basically, why does it happen? It's everything about money. Everything about money, because there is a lot of money involved if you have internal information, or if you are like the player and you know how you are going to play, or if you know how the match can end. Like you can easily go on a bookmaker and place, for example, a very high stake on on a specific odd, and you can make very good profit. So as I said, this is illegal. This is something that the sport industry is trying to fight since long time, but it's also something that is not new. Okay, if you are in this industry, you probably know about this, but this is something not new. Actually, I have here some facts about match fixing, and there are scandals that started, for example, like 100 years ago. I have one here that is about a baseball team in Chicago, and it was in 1919, so it's like more than 100 years ago, you know. And this is very interesting because this team were were paid to lose the World Series, and they lost intentionally. And after this event, there were different investigations, and they proved that 8 players from this team were paid to lose. Another famous event that is worth to mention here is the Disgrace of Jihoon, which is the name that is used to refer to the game between Germany and Austria in the World Cup 1982. This game was visibly fixed, okay? Like there are no proofs okay, you fixed the match, but it was visible and everybody felt this in the stadium and everything. The point is that these two teams were in the same group with Algeria and Chile. And like if Germany scored once, or I think yes, if the match ended 1-0 as it ended, Germany could qualify instead of Algeria. So Germany qualified in the first place, and Austria qualified in the second place. It was a very big scandal because we're not speaking about, I don't know, a soccer match at the university. We're speaking about the World Cup. And the goal was scored in the first 10 minutes. And after these 10 minutes, like, they were just passing the ball around, and like it was visible that they gave up on trying. So of course, like, the Algerian team was not happy about it. Like, in general, is a shame for the sport industry, because like you are an athlete, and you need to, like, to do your best always, because like you have everybody watching you in that specific moment. And as I said, it's not something like any soccer match, is the World Cup. So this is a very interesting fact. And after this event, like, different organizations, like, they started to think about a solution to avoid this. And this is why they decided that now the last match of each group would be played simultaneously. Have you ever wondered, for example, like, why are they playing at the same time? So they don't think about me as a person that want to watch this match and also to watch this match. Well, this is basically to avoid these kind of arrangements or fixing, And as I said before, this is illegal. This is not something that the soccer players should be proud of, okay? So, and also in my opinion, it's a shame. Like, it's a shame. If you are a sport person, like, you should always try your best. And of course, these kind of events affect also bookmakers, because as I told you, like, they need that people lose in order to make money. So this is something that lead us to speak about leagues. Which leagues are more likely to be a target for match fixers? As you see, this happened also in top leagues, but now, like, I don't see, for example, a superstar from these soccer players, like, I don't know, like Cristiano Ronaldo. It's impossible that a man like him, for example, with all the achievements he has, can be involved in something like this. But second divisions, third divisions, or I don't know, like even main divisions in countries that are underdeveloped, they can be a target for match fixers. And usually these kind of leagues are not offered in different, like in the most famous bookmakers, or not most famous, but I can say local bookmakers. They don't offer this kind of leagues. They offer mostly tops, okay, top leagues or something like this, because it's more difficult that top leagues are involved in something like match fixing or whatever. I'm not saying that all second divisions or third divisions or whatever, I'm not saying that these are leagues that are fixing matches all the time. Of course not. But I'm just saying that they are like more likely to be involved or to be a target for match fixers. And also, this is why bettors like to go to Asian bookmakers, because if in a local bookmaker you cannot find a second division, for example, a third division, because you want to bet on this specific league, you go to Asian bookmakers and there you will find for sure. And also, like, if you find in local bookmakers or standard bookmakers, the click is very small. So if you compare, for example, the click from a local bookmaker and an Asian bookmaker, you will see the difference. If you are able here to place, I don't know, 10 euros, for example, here in the Asian bookmakers you would be able to place, I don't know, these 20 times more, for example. It's just an example because of course it depends on the league, it depends on the team, it depends like if it's live, if it's per match, whatever. But on Asian bookmakers you will always have a higher odd, and actually I have a video explaining this. I think I will try to leave it somewhere here so you can actually see the difference between placing on a local bookmaker and placing bets on an Asian bookmaker. Also, an interesting fact about this is that in order to avoid this match fixing around sport people, of course they are not allowed to bet. But the question is, does it stop them? I don't think so, and they have been, of course, like cases with famous players that have been involved in this match fixing stuff. For example, recently there was a case with a Canadian hockey player. His name is Evander Kane. Yes, he was recently accused of fixing matches. Actually, his wife accused him. So, as you see, they are also in these things. I'm not saying everybody, but it's a thing, okay? What do they do in order to bet if they cannot bet? Well, this we can discuss in another episode, but just like very fast answer. They can, for example, open an account on a bookmaker under the name of another person, or they can use a bookmaker that does not require like documents or something like this. But as I said, we can discuss this in another chapter. For now, we will leave this episode until here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and if you have more cases like the ones we discussed today, please leave it on the comments and I will be very happy to read them.